Ahead of the blizzard today, heavy snow going to bury the Big Apple right after the snow from the last storm just seemingly really started to melt. The mayor of New York, Zohran Mamdani, joins us now. Mr. Mayor, we're honored to have you with us on Fox Weather. Listen, no matter what side of the aisle people are on, today it's all about keeping everyone safe during this blizzard, right? So let me ask you this. The first major winter storm under your leadership happened about 3 weeks ago with 11.4 inches of snow recorded in New York City. We could double that this time around. Did your team learn anything from that storm, and how prepared is the city's snow removal operations and garbage pickup this time around?
Well, it's a real pleasure to be on, first and foremost. And what I will say is, as you said, last time we saw up to about 12, 13, 14 inches in New York City. What we're seeing now is a forecast of between 18 to 22 inches, with certain parts of New York City seeing up to 28 inches. And so what we've done is always push ourselves to deliver the best possible snow response in our city. And that means enhancing some of our response this time around. A few things that are different. We've expanded the number of emergency snow shovelers we have. Last time it was about 500. We've done sustained outreach to bring that number up to 1,400. They'll be shoveling a lot of crosswalks and sidewalks across New York City. Secondly, we've also geotagged a number of those same crosswalks and unsheltered bus stops to make sure that the city has an accurate, up-to-date understanding of what the snow response is for every New Yorker, no matter if they're walking, if they're biking, if they're taking the train or the bus, or if they're driving. And what we're also going to be seeing this time around is that we are utilizing every single tool at our disposal, and everything that we've seen work in the past, we're bringing that up from the first day of this response.
Let me ask you this. You mentioned it. Talk to me a little bit more about transportation. A lot of New Yorkers rely on public transportation. What are your plans, or do you expect to shut anything down in terms of the buses or the trains when the storm really gets rolling?
At this time, there is no plan to shut down our public transit system. What I will tell you is that thanks to the incredible work of the men and women at DSNY, our sanitation department, they're going to be plowing the streets as soon as there's 2 inches of snowfall. We're transforming the sanitation department into the largest snow fighting fleet in the country, and that is going to be a key part of why our buses can continue to function across the city. We'll also have our trains doing so as well.
I love it. The city's calling on people to act as emergency snow shovelers, right? So they can show up at their local sanitation garage and make up to $19 an hour shoveling snow. Is it too late to register for that? And what are the exact requirements if folks can still register?
So it is not too late. You can go to any of your local sanitation garages anytime before 1 p.m. today. You can sign up without having to make any kind of an appointment. And if you go to nyc.gov/snow, you'll find out all of the information you need to bring with you in terms of identification and documents so that you can be enrolled in the city's payment system and get paid for the work that you do.
Listen, I heard that the call to cancel New York City public schools will be made likely by noon. It's 10:20. What are you thinking? Do you want to make the call right here on Fox Weather? And if not, what are some of the deciding factors that you're still thinking about?
I got to disappoint you without some breaking news right now. We will be making it at 12 p.m. But I will tell you the factors that we're taking into account is making sure we have the most accurate, up-to-date weather forecast. Because as you know, on Friday, we were looking at 3 to 4 inches. Then it was 6 to 8. Then it was 13 to 18. Now it's 18 to 22. So we want to make sure we make a decision as consequential as whether or not to keep schools open. It's one that we have all the information of. We're looking forward to getting that over the next hour and a half and making that decision at noon.
So you put New York City under a code blue. For those that aren't maybe familiar with that, can you tell us and expound on what a code blue means for residents?
Absolutely. It is a period in which we're seeing the weather dip to the levels that we need to use every protocol we have to get people from the outside indoors, get people safe, get people warm. This usually happens when the weather dips below freezing. It's also in place now for this blizzard, the first since we've had in 2016. And what this is going to mean is that if a New Yorker sees a homeless New Yorker and they call 311 for help, we're going to reroute that call to 911. This also means that we have a number of additional protocols of warming spaces, warming centers, warming buses. Every which way that we can connect homeless New Yorkers with warmth and safety, we're going to be utilizing it today.
Let me ask you this. What's maybe your biggest concern for New Yorkers? Is it travel? Is it power outages? Is it emergency response times?
At this time, I would say it's travel. We want to make sure that everyone takes this weather very seriously, stays home, because in staying home, you are staying safe. And we know that right now the snow is beginning. It's only going to intensify through the night. We're going to see very hazardous travel conditions. And so we're saying to New Yorkers, if you do not have to leave your house for anything except for an emergency, then don't leave it. Stay home, stay safe.
I second that. That's really good advice. From a social media standpoint, a lot of New Yorkers were frustrated by maybe the single file line they had to walk in due to the snow removal along the sidewalks, right? Are there any plans in place to maybe make those sidewalk paths a little bit more clear this time around, or a little bit wider?
Absolutely. There's a mandate to increase that to 4 feet, so to make sure that every New Yorker, including New Yorkers with wheelchairs, can actually access their sidewalks. And also, we know that this is the responsibility when it's in front of a property owner or a small business owner's entity, that they have to clear up the sidewalk in front of them. Sanitation did issue about 4,000 citations last time around. Our interest, however, is not in issuing violations. We just want to see compliance. And so this is also a reminder to ensure that everyone is following through on that responsibility. The city will be doing so as well.
Obviously, the snowplows are going to really hone in on the biggest throughways, right? But for those residential areas, how quickly can residents realistically expect plows to make it through some of the more residential areas with a snowfall like this?
So we actually have a great tool in New York City called Plow NYC, where you can follow along to see when your street was last plowed, because what it does is it's both transparent and it keeps the city accountable, because we're looking to ensure that every part of our city receives the same service, no matter what zip code, no matter what neighborhood.
My last question, I know you're going to be busy 24/7 here with this storm, but if you get a free 5 minutes, you going to do any sled riding? You going to start a snowball fight, make a snowman? It's going to be packable snow. What are you thinking?
You know, I will say, of all those options, snowball is always the best.
Well, I'm gonna steer clear of striking range from you, my friend. Thank you so much for your time here. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule here during this snowstorm to talk with us here on Fox Weather. That, of course, is New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani. Thanks again.